Good evening. Making the headlines on Mello TV Evening News at 8. Government to spend an additional $100 million in areas being affected by current drought conditions. Suspect in custody in relation to the robbery and murder in Portmore Pines, St. Catherine on Monday, and double murder on Malvern Avenue in Kingston. And now the details. In order to address the current meteorological drought which Jamaica is currently experiencing, our heads of agencies, particularly representatives from the water sector and National Drought Management Committee, as well as the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, met at a press conference held today at Jamaica House in Kingston. Prime Minister Andrew Holness gave an update on the drought conditions, citing that the government had issued $50 million in the initial response, but that has proven to be insufficient.
This morning, I received another brief which showed that the initial response was not sufficient as the meteorological drought has worsened. And therefore, I am announcing today that we will put in another 100 million Jamaican dollars into the response, and the response will be channeled through the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. It will be channeled through the Ministry of Local Government and filtering through the various municipal authorities. We cannot leave out the Ministry of Agriculture. Minister Colonel Charles Jr. is here because the lower rainfalls will have an impact on the agricultural sector. So again, this is another response.
Mr. Holness also stated that the allocation of funds will be conducted according to assessments that prove that an area is in need.
We're going to concentrate on the rural areas that are impacted, because we still have sufficient supplies in our catchment and in our treatment facilities and in our reservoirs, even though some of them are showing decline. The utility areas, meaning the areas served largely by the NWC through metered water, they are not affected as badly as the rural areas. And so for this phase of our drought response, we're going to be focusing on the rural parishes, and we will be directing the funds by need. In times gone by, we have just given a general subsidy for water trucking. So, for example, each constituency would have gotten a certain allocation. As this is the initial phase, we're going to go case by case, need by need, so that we maximize the value of the response. In other words, there are some areas that will not need assistance right now, while other areas will need great assistance. So we're being sensitive to that. So yes, MPs will get an allocation through the CDF, but only in the parishes that have been assessed as being in need.
In a Mello TV Evening News at 8 update, detectives in St. Catherine South have confirmed that a person of interest is in their custody in relation to the robbery and murder in Portmore Pines, St. Catherine on Monday, February 27. The police believe that the man has information that can assist with their investigations. The man was taken into custody yesterday during an operation at Hellshire in St. Catherine. A firearm along with ammunition was also seized. Stay tuned to Mello TV for the latest updates as we continue to track developments to this story. In other news tonight, a car and a sawdust factory in Kingston were completely destroyed by fire at the intersection of 6 Ricketts Avenue and CHISHOLM Avenue. According to one resident, the car could have been saved after calls were made to the fire department. However, they reportedly arrived late.
I was by my business place and a man come and say, fire overdose, and I just run, take up the phone and call the fire brigade. By the time I reach on because I go to assist them. By the time I reach around there, I couldn't do nothing. The size fire. All I said to a man, tell the man, just knock out the meter to avoid everybody get electrocuted. And there come a man come and just pull out the meter, knock it out, and put it on the wall. And there, we were there standing, waiting for the fire brigade for a good time. Maybe another 20-25 minutes before a fire brigade arrived.
According to the owner, the fire started shortly after 11 a.m. It's estimated that the damage is approximately over $20 million.
Well, all I can really tell you that this man, I came in and I parked the car right around there. But I was in country yesterday getting out some material, so I feel tired. So I just go back now and go have a lie down and get some rest. So about an hour after that, I believe it's an hour. I don't really have the exact time. Somebody knocked rap on the place and said that's fire, fire, fire. And when I came out and looked and so on, spear fire right around the place. The whole place with the storage of the material, because we prepare a lot of material to supply to the Jamaican broiler company. We supply that material. But then didn't want anything now, so we are preparing from November. From December come down to now. So them said, well, might be about next month before they would want it. So everything's stored inside here, everything's stored. All I can tell you is just pure fire that's rising right through the place. Well, the estimate damage, I believe, is over $20 million. Can be more, because I have some machine there, well, I don't even see them without them and so on, and them good to burn up on different sun, and the goods and all them things. Might be over $20 to $30 million. Well, I think.
Details on the cause of the fire are not yet known. We turn our attention now to news from Kingston, where 2 persons were today fatally shot and 1 woman was injured on Malvern Avenue. According to reports coming into our news center tonight, a group of persons were outside their homes in the community at 11 a.m. when armed men approached them and opened fire. Since the incident, 2 unidentified men have died from their injuries, and an unidentified woman has been admitted in hospital. It is believed that one of the men is a carpenter and the other a tailor. No motives have been established for the shooting. Still making Mello TV evening news at 8, detectives in Clarendon are applauding a member of the Jamaica Defense Force JDF for his bravery in seizing a firearm along with ammunition and apprehending the suspect on Derby Terrace in Sandy Bay, Clarendon yesterday. Reports from the Maypen Police coming into our news center indicate that at about 8:30 p.m., the police received information that a man was seen in the area with a firearm. Upon the team's arrival, a crowd was seen. The JDF corporal immediately identified himself, briefed the team, and handed over one Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 10 9mm cartridges along with the suspect. The man remains in custody pending further investigations. Superintendent Carlos Russell, commanding officer for Clarendon, commended the partnership between members of the security forces and commended the JDF corporal for his bravery in apprehending the suspect and taking control of the weapon until the police arrived. Continuing with the news tonight, 29-year-old Brittany Allen, information technology specialist from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States, was charged with possession of unauthorized ammunition after a seizure at the Sangster International Airport in St. James yesterday. Reports coming into our news center are that at about 12:10 p.m., Allen was screened by port security officers and anomalies were detected in her luggage. The police were contacted and 24.380 cartridges seized following the search. She was subsequently arrested and charged. She was scheduled to appear in the St. James Parish Court earlier today. Still this evening, the Cayman Islands Customs and Border Control, CBC, announced the reopening of their visa office in Kingston, Jamaica on March 1. The office closed to the public in March 2020 due to COVID-19 and converted to a virtual operation by servicing the public's queries and applications. The office is now taking a more modern approach as services will now be completed using an online processing system. Hence, the reopening offers a change in service by assisting with the virtual application and processing of fees. The office will no longer accept paper applications, interview applicants, endorse passports, or provide any information relating to the status of the application. All applications and fees are processed and paid online at www.cbc.gov.ky. For queries in Jamaica, email caymanvisa@cwjamaica.com and caymanvisa2@cwjamaica.com or call 876-906-5336 and 876-906-7866. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelley Hill. Do stay safe, pleasant viewing, and thanks for watching.